quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
Finds his man, it's John Mechie.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now Wentz. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the...
And the pressure gets to him again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They run once more with Taylor.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Bengals at 13-3 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now Fields. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
Touchdown!
Jamison Williams.
His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Boyd, 60 yards.
And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To throw is Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Williams.
And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. These two teams all tied after 1.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Taylor again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jameson Williams
with touchdown number 20 of the year.
And the Bengals have taken the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He completes it to Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Look at the spin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw completed to Mechie.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Wentz.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Watkins here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 23. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Touchdown, Bengals.
Quez Watkins.
A 24-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a Bengals score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now a dump off here complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
98 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Play action. It's Fields.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So we have reached half.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half, because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Off play action. Fields.
Rolling to his right. To the right side, complete to Taylor. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, trying to get in his sight line, trying to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
150 53 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jonathan Taylor.
Career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
The slant connects with Devontae Adams.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, Wentz. Smith catches left side.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Wentz now on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Christian Harris
in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Seibert's kick is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 29, Fields. And this is caught by Watkins.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Jameson Williams
there to make the...
And the Bengals extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Throwing his Wentz. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Wentz going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Jameson Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be brought down at the 27. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Throwing again is Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 14. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Now it's Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Ito Smith with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz.
That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a 1st down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. This is Smith with a grab.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you. And
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get the ball back and be touchdown. And with that, this game is over.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they